Alrighty guys, I couldn't sleep. I didn't end up messing with my 4910 at all. But I did go through and wash a bunch of parts, and then I dug through all my stuff. I got another bottom end over there, but I have this bottom end. I bought this bottom end brand new and did some experimental porting on it, and then didn't like how that turned out. And then I still have the experimental top end of this somewhere. I think it's in there along with the piston swap and crazy pop-up piston thing that I did. It was too high strung. I didn't like it. Wasn't what I was after. But this is like a practically brand new bottom end. It's got maybe 5 tanks of gas through it, and I've got 2 bottom ends here, 4 bottom ends. I suspect the one I got sitting over on the bench is a good one, but I don't know the condition of the seals on these. And looking at the pistons, I'm assuming there's some hours on them. I chose a top end that had like a brand new looking piston in it, and I'm going to use my brand new thing. And then I already started porting on it. I already got the lowers roughed in. I got a ring in here with my black marker. I'm waiting for it to dry. Then I'm going to resume on this tomorrow. I've got 5 carburetors. These 3 look... I suspect this is probably the most viable one. Saw that one looks like it was a runner and it got crunched hard. But if not, these 2 look viable. These ones are very questionable. I probably gonna have to try to pull one of these out and put in this cap. This cap is broke. I think I got a good chassis. It's got some wear here, but I just washed this all up. It's missing the fuel line and stuff, but out of another chassis, I pulled all this stuff out. So I think I've got a new fuel filter here. Otherwise, I think this is the one out of there. I didn't pull this out, but it was probably pulled out for a reason. I'm hoping this case don't leak. But if that case leaks, I have this one that looks like a good case, but the handle's crunched on. I ain't washed this up, so I'm going to try that one first. But if that case leaks or whatever, I'll discombobulate this one and switch the top parts of the round. And that might have a viable gas cap on it as well. I don't know. One of the flywheels was broke. These 2 look viable. I believe we've got one side cover. That's the best shape muffler cover I got. Somebody's already done a muffler mod. I'll probably just leave it. I did have a T-handle that actually goes to these, but I'm missing rope. I'll have to buy some rope. I'm doing this one low budget. That looks like a really good spark plug there. Possible. I might have to buy a spark plug. I don't know. I might look in my bin. I don't remember what numbers these are. I might have one of them sitting in my drawer that's still in a box. They're the tiny ones. But I didn't pull the bolts out of here because that other one's got a bunch of bolts in it. I found a little tiny felling spike. I think I got 3 decent boots. I think I got enough stuff. Got 3 different ignition coils. I got 3 different oil pumps. Primer bulb looks horrible in that one. I got a pretty nice one that this was out of one of my other pieces of equipment, and I know that's a good primer bulb. I've got 2 really nice 1/4-inch spurs, and then one rusty one that the spur's good on too. I don't have 1/4-inch. I don't have a 1/4-inch setup for one of these, and with money the way it is right now. But I do have a 3/8 setup for one of these sitting here, and I have a brand new 3/8 spur. I was able to piece together a clutch. I'm pretty sure that's everything I need for the clutch. Should be totally viable. I, that's probably the best shaped needle bearing. These two are pretty rusty. We got two of them important washers. I got three of these. You got the ring for the boot. Got carburetor bolts. Got jug bolts. Got a bunch of jug bolts. I got the rubber plugs, the spacers for the coil. Yeah, I got flywheel key sitting in that one because this one's missing. I had to do a flywheel mod anyway, so I got a flywheel key here too. So if I screw up or drop one or whatever, I got two flywheel keys. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a winner. Got an air filter. This is the best looking air filter. I'll have to take it apart and wash it all up and stuff. I still got a little bit of cleaning to do, but I wanted to just get a main check out, see what I need and stuff. There might be I think the motor. Yeah, the motor mount. Well, one of the motor mount. Two of the motor mount bolts are in this one. But that'll give me the length I need. I'm willing to bet I've got them in here. I know these. There should be two of these. Them are the. I want to keep them separate, so I went right here. I know these are for felling dogs. I know where that one goes. I got the special little washer that goes in for the chain brake. It looks like the flywheel nut. I got a couple flywheel nuts. It's been a while since I dinked with a 2511, but I'm really not seeing nothing sticking out to me that I won't be able to build one of these. You know, if I gotta buy a rewind rope and a spark plug, that's not the end of the world. You know, a clutch would have been pretty bad. They're like a pretty penny for them. If I'd had a bar and chain, that would have added chunk to it. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with my trade. I think I knew I had this bottom end. I'm just gonna roll it because I suspect. I'm pretty sure this is a good bottom end too. I got bolts in there for the oil pump, so I'll know what one's for the oil pump. This one looks like it got some water damage, so I don't know how good that one is. This one's got the oil pump bolts in it too. This was probably a runner too. I didn't port it, but I don't know. There's a ported one here, but man, I was going to say if someone wanted a ported one. Somebody's done some weird stuff to the uppers. The exhaust has been raised. It does have a score on the exhaust side. Looks like a carbon score. But I see a ring. I would say this cylinder's toast. I think this thing's got so many hours on it that it's, I don't know if you guys can, it's got that score in it, and then the plating's missing up top. They've worn through the plating. There must be 1,000,000 hours on that. I'll probably just chuck that in the scrap bin. I'm gonna see if someone wanted that ported cylinder, but it's toast. This one's, I got my ring sitting in there. This one's absolutely gorgeous. I got a little bit of carbon I got to clean out up top, but this will be a nice sweet bottom end. But this is a really good. It's got a ton of carbon up top, but this is a really good cylinder, and this one would be a viable cylinder as well. gotta have a lot of hours on it though. Plating ain't worn through, but either they might have had it tuned rich. It's got a buttload of carbon in the exhaust port. Might have just been a used stocker. I don't know. When you get a pile of parts like this, you don't know what was run with what. I do have 3 of these mufflers though, with all the same muffler mod done to them. I didn't do them. I don't know if someone wanted a muffler mod. It looks like it'll fit quite nicely. I think this is one of Dino Joe's deflectors, but I got 2 other ones. Might save one. I'd probably sell one if someone wanted a muffler modded 2511 muffler, because I might pick up, depends on how I do this, I might pick up one of them $130, $150, whatever China ones again. The best thing on that China saw I liked was there was no cat, and it was a really good design muffler, a lot lighter than this. It would make this thing even lighter and more my style. I'd probably take their plastic piece, because theirs comes out up here or whatever, and their muffler or whatever. Or I'd modify. I got 2 other broke ones. I'd probably modify one of these. But no, I can't. I mean, this was a China one. It was a twin ring China one. But I don't know. You guys see anything that I'm missing? Nothing's sticking out. I only had one of these. I was glad. The rewind, I'm going to have to get cleaned up pretty decent. It's got a screwed up rope in it. I'm going to have to take it apart. But the spring, I recall, yeah, the spring winds up and springs back, so it might have a good spring. If not, there's 2 other junk rewinds too. I'm sure if the recoil spring's broken, that I'm sure. If not, I'll buy a recoil spring. Can't do that much. If the other ones are all, you know, here's one that's got a broke recoil spring, but there's another one here that seems to wind up. So yeah, I got a few odds and ends, but won't be the prettiest looking thing, but it should be a darn good running thing when I'm done with it. Like I said, I've built these couple different ways. I've had good results where I've left the bottom ends like this and not done the piston work. And then I think I get more pull when I do the bottoms like this. And then this one's got the case all ground out, and I'm going to match the sides of the piston to that for a little bit more flow. And seems I've got so many carburetors here, I've never modified one of the carburetors. I'll make sure I get a good running stock one first, and then I'll try out another carburetor, make sure I get a second viable running carburetor, and then I'm gonna modify it, because I'm gonna try to get just a little bit more snot out of this than I have before, just to take my mind off things. I want to build a snotty little 25cc saw. So that's my plan. I figured I'd give you guys an update on this, but if someone's looking for a little muffler modded 2511 muffler, hit me up, make me an offer on it. I don't even know what it's worth, but you know, imagine by the time you bought that deflector from Joe and then braced it all on there. I typically do mine a little different, but it's pretty sleek. I'll roll with it. If I don't like it, I'll buy one of them V-Modest ones and go to town on that, or I'll build a little pipe or something for it. I could probably take this over to my buddy, have my buddy plasma cut out some 3/16 steel or whatever the shape of that, and I got a 1-inch pipe. I could probably sit there and cut, hack, and TIG weld it all together and build a little tiny pipe if I want. I might do that. I've never piped one of these, so I know there's some other people making them, and they I think just by putting the pipe on them, they bypassed the cat and made like, I don't know, I think it was over a 20% gain or something. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. You guys take it easy. Have a good one.